Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be our standard tarot reading, so if you guys want to hang out and get some messages from the cards I have for you today, yeah, let's tuck in, grab a comforting beverage, and let's hang out. Before I get into the reading, however, I do want to let you guys know that if you like what you see in the video, please go ahead and click like, subscribe, and the bell button so you can stay in the loop for when I post new work. I have also included links to my website and my social media if you guys want to get in touch with me outside of YouTube or see more of the work I do. I make standard vlog style videos, and I also do tarot readings here, so you're definitely not spoiled for content. But I also do have 5 tarot reading commission slots open. If you guys are interested in getting a private reading with me, I would be very happy to help you in that way. However, please understand that it is completely optional. It's not obligatory, so please don't worry if you can't, or if you can't do it, or if you don't want to do it. Don't stress about it. Don't stress, it's fine. We'll see how it goes. So let's get into some cards. If you guys are new to my channel, or if you're new to watching my tarot reading videos, what I like to do is I will pull cards out of this middle section of the deck here. That's our, the general body of the reading. But I will also take the bottom card and the top card as hidden and clarifying energies. So hopefully that will kind of round everything out. And I like to do that because I think it gives a very nice broad swathe of cards from places in the deck. So I'm going to shuffle. We're going to get our cards. Especially would like to tailor this reading in gratitude and yeah, certainly gratitude for you being here. Thank you so much, and hopefully the message that comes here resonates with you. We are going to start with the Daily Crystal by Heather Askinosie. So here we go. So, okay, we have, first card we have is Pink Opal. So here we are, I don't know if you can see that, but there is a tagline here that reads, be kind to yourself. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm seeing that there may be maybe some stresses, some things that are making you feel low or sad. Maybe you're just working your butt off, and your job is demanding and calls for a lot from you. Please treat yourself kindly. Don't ignore your body's needs. Don't ignore your mental health. If you need to step back and take a minute, please do so, because your body is the vessel by which your energy moves in the world, and if this vehicle isn't functioning at optimum, it's not really going to serve your energy very well. So please take care of yourself, okay? Be kind to yourself. Pink Opal right off the bat. Okay, we got 2 cards coming out. We also have Moonstone. This is calling us to live your purpose. So whatever, live your purpose, whatever you feel called to do, certainly within reason. Don't be shady. Don't do anything stupid or illegal. But don't forget your purpose. Why are you here? Why do you do what you do? Maybe you don't have the answers right now, and that's perfectly okay. Sometimes I lose track of my purpose, but ultimately, ultimately I'm here to help, and I want to be, yeah, I know my purpose here is to help and to be kind to people. Sometimes I lose track of that, and, you know, that's okay, because I'm only human. But don't forget your purpose here, and if you don't know what that is, it's always okay to explore. So, there's Moonstone, live your purpose, okay? And we also have Aragonite. So this is calling us to release our emotional baggage. I think this is interesting that this is coming up, especially because I kind of feel called out by it. And I say that because I mentioned this in another video that I made, it's going up this week, that I am having some lingering emotions on some things that happened over the last 2 years, but certainly last year was sad and traumatic, and I don't know where I don't know where I would have been last year if had it not been for my support system, but the fact that I have dealt with most of the stronger emotions doesn't negate the fact that I'm still a little bit sad over what happened. Keep in mind, I'm not obligated to tell you what happened. I'm not obligated to give you details. But for purposes of explaining this card, there's some emotional baggage that I need to let go of. And if you're resonating with anything I've said over the last few minutes or so, maybe this is a call for you to do the same as well. So there's Aragonite. I'm going to see if you can't, yeah, I have to hold it up real close. I'm sorry, the printing on these cards are very light, and there's a glossy finish on them, so if you can't see them, I am very sorry. Also, I'm sorry for the glare. Let's move on. Here's Aragonite. Okay, so let me shuffle and get the hidden and clarifying energies. Okay, we have one popping out, so I'm going to read that as the hidden energy. We have Rhodonite. Yep, we're being called to find a way to forgive. Okay. Yeah, you know how I said I had this emotional baggage, and certainly sadness lingering on with those emotions. So, let me put it to you this way. What happened definitely last year was in part my fault and in part the fault of the other person involved. Okay? Because to put it lightly, we are two very stubborn people, and we don't always get along. We don't always see eye to eye on things. Things were said, and they were hurtful, but yeah, and both my part and this other person's part. But it's time. If I don't want to hold that sadness forever, especially where that incident was concerned. I don't want to hold it forever. And the best way to release this emotional baggage is to find a way to forgive. That's hard. It feels like a tall order because I was hurt. Let me say that again. I was hurt. I don't need to forgive you. I don't want to forgive you because you're in the wrong. Hey, just shut up for a minute here. Listen to what you're saying. How is this other person feeling? Maybe they're feeling the exact same way. And yeah, maybe they're feeling the exact same way. Forgive yourself for your part in that situation. Forgive this other person for their part in the situation, because you can't move on and do this, releasing the baggage. You can't release it if you're still holding on. I'm going to leave it there. This is Road Knight. Okay. That's our hidden energy. So our clarifying energy, Phantom Quartz, is our clarifying energy. We're being called to embrace change. Fuck. Fuck. I don't do well with it. Just to give a little bit of an explanation, I'm a Taurus and I am very stubborn. I don't do well with being forced into doing things, but I also don't do well if things are rapidly changing around me. So, again, here's another tall order, but we're going to get into some tarot cards, because I think the theme that is coming out, especially with these oracle cards, is find a way to forgive, living your purpose, and embracing change. Okay, so let's see what our other decks have in store for us. I have a number of decks, and actually there's one in there that is very new, and I'm very excited by that. How do we embrace change? What can we do to forgive ourselves and other people? And what, how can we best live our purpose? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there is our theme. We're going to move on to the Dark Angels Tarot. This is by Luca Russo. I made such an idiot of myself by mispronouncing the last name on this. I think I've used it in another video. So, we get a chance to redeem ourselves in this one, so here we go. Let's see what cards come up for us. So, okay. One more. Ooh, okay. All right, we have two cards that just flew right off the top. So the first card, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, embracing change. We're being called to embrace change. You know, this is about cycles and movement. What is up is going to come down, and what is down is going to come back up. Yeah, I don't need to go any deeper than that. I think, yeah. There it is. What is down is up, and what is up is down. So, cycles, movement. Here's the Wheel. Okay, second card, we have the Knight of Swords. Here is someone who is going to be able to take action on their mental and physical, more mental and intellectual pursuits. This is rapid action. Shit. Yeah, mental and rapid action. There's a lot going on, and I'm lost for words. I'm really lost for words, because again, I feel the predominant message is that things are changing rapidly. Just right off the bat with the two cards. Things are changing rapidly. The cycles are moving on, and you need to take action. Definitely taking mental action, but you also need to know how this might affect you. Maybe that's hard to find out right off the bat, because knights are the action takers, but specifically the Knight of Swords can be very maybe duplicitous or two-faced where it comes to achieving their goals. They can certainly be cutting and piercing, but ultimately, you know, they are good at taking action, but they may leave some damage behind them. So if that is you, please be careful. But know that it's okay to take action. Where I was going with the mental and intellectual pursuits, swords are associated with air, and therefore it's about the mind. It's about what you're thinking and how you're processing things. So again, they may, if you're me, sometimes I get horribly intrusive thoughts. That's what I come to first. So take action, take care of yourself, especially your mental health during this time. So there's the Knight of Swords. Hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know, and I will do my best to address them with you. Those are the first two cards. We also have the Two of Cups. So here we have a union and a harmonizing of two energies. There's a blending, there's a coming together. Especially important right now because we're talking about change of cycles and change in movement, right? Taking care of our mental health, but certainly coming together with someone who can help you understand that, can help you put together your thoughts in a way that makes sense for you. So hopefully there is someone in your space that can help you understand the energy you're feeling in that, and they may give you the energy to face it as well. So there's the Two of Cups. Okay. Let's get our hidden and clarifying energies. See what we can do to continue that story. One more. Okay. We have the Moon. I love this deck. I actually really like all of my decks, but the problem is they don't title the major arcana. So I've had to write a little bit of a cheat sheet. So if you see me looking down, if I get major arcana cards out of this deck, that's what I'm doing. So thank you for your patience. But here we have the Moon. We have a lot of darkness, a lot of maybe a lot of fear and a lot of unknowns in our path. And this might be causing us some stress. It might be causing us some stress and some unfortunate pain. But it's also time to honor our creativity. It's also time to honor our dreams. Remember that in the first portion of this from the crystal deck, we have a call to live our purpose. We have a call to take care of ourselves, to learn to forgive. Okay? The path to that is not clear. It's dark. It's rocky. It's messy. It might feel messy, but we're being called to go on it anyway, no matter what it brings, because at the end, there's an end goal that we're looking for. And if that is to embrace change, right, that's what we have to do. It's scary. It's scary, but you know what? We're not going alone. Remember this Two of Cups. I'm talking about a union, a blending of energies, a harmonizing of disparate elements. Okay? We're not alone. We're not alone in taking this journey through our darkness. So there's the Moon card. Okay? That's our hidden energy. Okay. Our clarifying energy is the Ace of Swords. So there's some new, Love that. Again, chills. But there is going to be some new space in our mental, in our mental arena here, because we've let go of baggage. We've learned to forgive. We've taken care of ourselves. Now we're in a place where new energy can come in to help us through. Okay. Ace of Swords. Very cool so far. I hope this is making sense, and I hope this is helping. We are going to move on to a new deck now. We're going to use the Star Spinner Tarot by Trungles, and we're going to see how we can continue the story of the Ace of Swords. So what might that be looking like? What is this going to look like down the line? In terms of forgiveness and change, embracing those things. What can we do to ease that process, but also make the most of this Ace of Swords energy? Okay. First card, I have the Queen of Swords. So, observe. Yes, be protective, but also be nurturing and open, right? As open as you're comfortable being. If this is a person close to you, this person might be, again, observant and nurturing, but also protective as well. So don't hide, but also be careful, okay? Because things are changing around you. Swords. Here we go. Okay, next card. I always get this card, Ace of Chalices. There's room to grow emotionally and spiritually, and I think this is an important card to get right now because we are going through a lot of mental changes. There's some, what I just heard in my head? There's a call to change your perspective on situations, and that's relevant to another situation that I'm currently in. Again, I'm not giving details for privacy reasons, so don't ask. But in that change and learning to forgive and taking care of ourselves, there is an opportunity to grow emotionally and spiritually. I've always gotten, especially lately, I've gotten this card a lot, so that's interesting that's interesting. I like where this is going. So there is the Ace of Chalices. Okay, next card we have the Knight of Coins. We're taking action on our financial and material resources. We're growing. Here's a shift. We're growing because of this shift. We're growing because we are taking time out to take care of ourselves. We're doing the work. We've done the growing, and we will always continue to do this work. Even though things might seem dark and sad and unfortunate for us, we're still taking action. We're still able to do what we have to do in order to advance and move forward and be in a place where we can take care of ourselves and each other. So, there is the Knight of Coins. We're taking action on our material and financial abundance. I also like that this card came up because this is also, I think this is representative of Taurus, which is my sun sign, in that it is slow-moving energy. It's It's not happening fast, but it is happening. So, so yeah, there is the Knight of Coins. Okay. Oh, sorry. So let me get the clarifying and hidden energy for you, and we'll see what comes up from there. So, one more. You have the Ace of Coins. Okay. There's some new opportunities there's some new money-making opportunities. I'm just going to put it like that because I don't have any other way of explaining it. We're taking action on creating this new opportunity. So, with that, let's get the clarifying energy. Not even a joke, you guys. I just got the Chariot. We have the power. We have the power in us to drive our will where we want it to go. We're not helpless, okay? Things, you know, we got the moon. We got the moon here. So things don't seem good right now. Things are in a bad way. It's hard, it's tough, it's a hard knock life. I've been pushed down, I've been beaten down. Okay. Maybe that is true. And you know your situation better than anybody else. Okay. But I guarantee you still have the power in you. You don't have to stay where you are. I feel like the reason we have the Ace of Coins and the Ace of Swords coming out right now is that we're being asked to change our perspective on a situation maybe to do with money, okay? We don't have to stay where we are because we can move ourselves forward. And a thought that I had yesterday, when I'd just woken up, and of course this is, some of us will say that if you are intuitive or if you have empathic tendencies, you tend to get psychic downloads when you're half awake or when you just wake up. Again, comment, fact check me if that's not true. But the thought that I had yesterday was, there's an open door. I have to be strong enough and take the opportunity to go through. And I think the fact that we have the Chariot and the Ace of Swords, also the Ace of Swords, kind of confirms that thought. And I don't tend to make these about me, but you know, there's a lot of personal experience here. So ultimately, shift your perspective on some financial things you might have going on, and you have the power to move forward. You have the power to move forward. So there is the Chariot. Okay. We're going to get into the Crystal Power Tarot, and we're going to continue the story of the Chariot. So let's see where it goes. Okay. You know, I love this deck, but one thing that I find a little bit problematic with it is that it's just about as tall as my hand. And I have, and well, you probably can't tell from that, but I don't necessarily have big hands. You take that how you will, don't be creepy. But it sometimes makes things hard to shuffle, especially if the decks are quite tall. The Urban Tarot by Robin Scott does this for me too, that I have trouble shuffling it. Also, this hasn't been used in a little bit, so I feel like the cards are sticking a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. One more shuffle. And we'll see what cards we get. Okay, we have the card for Justice right off the top. There is a tagline on that. I'm going to get it up close for you to see. Excuse me, but this reads, I speak my truth and fairness to myself. So yeah, we're speaking our truth, harkening back to the first card out of the Crystal Tarot, Daily Crystal. Excuse me on that. We're speaking our truth, and by that we're living our purpose. To me, justice is always a call to answer for our past actions, answer for ourselves. So very much about that. Again, a sense of balance and a sense of not necessarily being in the right, but knowing when to admit that you're wrong, right? That sucks. That's hard for someone like me because I'm so stubborn. That's hard. That's really hard. It has to be done, as hard as it is. But when you speak your truth, when you speak your truth and live your purpose, that there will be situations where that's easier, and situations where that's harder. That's that cyclical energy coming back. So yeah, there's the card for Justice. We also have Sun. I love to see this. The tagline on that is, I am optimistic and appreciate all I have. There's a lot of growth in this card. I always associate the Sun card with spring, with growth, with energy, movement. Certainly there's a lot of warmth and a lot of, obviously a lot of light. Yeah. So there is there's a lot of light being shone on this situation right now, especially because we've given ourselves the opportunity to speak our truth, to live our purpose, to be kind to ourselves, to open the door to our hearts so that we can forgive the people that have wronged us. And maybe the other side to that is that we are open to forgiving ourselves for not speaking our truth, for not living our purpose, for maybe putting on masks that we don't need to wear anymore. Okay? So yeah, here's the Sun. Okay, we also have Knight of Pentacles. Again, okay, interesting. So Knight of Pentacles, and their tagline is, I deserve financial security. Stop beating yourself up. Okay, I know it's easy to say, well, money makes the world go round. We need it to pay bills and to buy houses and cars and things like that. That's all well and good. Okay, but if we're getting these cards because there might have been some choices that you made with your money that aren't necessarily the best. I'm raising my hand to that because there's certainly been some things very recently that I've done, and you'll see the result of that in a minute here. Stop beating yourself up. You will be okay. There will be a chance to ask for help, and even if your situation looks dire, your situation might look dire, and I acknowledge that. I'm not minimizing that by this, but you deserve to feel okay too, right? And if you take comfort in anything, know that you're not alone. A lot of people experience financial distress. Yeah, just know you're not alone. Your situation looks unique to you, okay? And you know what's going on. But slow down and think about it for a little bit, okay? Don't ruminate on it. Just, yeah, take some time. So, there is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so we're going to shuffle and, yeah. Oh my God. Okay, I will be back in a sec. I have some cards that flew off the top of the deck. So, okay, that is too much. So we're going to see, to treat this card, okay, we have the Two of Swords as our hidden energy. I'm going to treat this as our hidden energy because it kind of, yeah, it flew off the top of the deck. But there are some choices to be made here. The Two of Swords, whatever I decide, I trust in the outcome. So yeah, you have some choices to make where the situation is concerned. Don't be afraid to reflect. Like I said, do some thinking. Don't ruminate, but do some thinking and be kind, okay? Be kind to yourself during this time because this is a stressful time, okay? Yeah, Two of Swords, whatever decisions that need to be made, they are there. Don't be afraid to address them, okay? I don't know if I read the tagline. Maybe I did, but I'm going to read it again for you. Whatever I decide, I trust in the outcome. That's the tagline for this card. We're going to move on, okay? There's our hidden energy and the Two of Swords. We also have the Four of Swords. Again, be kind to yourself. Take a break. Take it easy. All of this is very big. All of this is very scary. Okay? It's not easy. And you're not, yeah. Take a break, take a rest, recharge. You're okay to do so because you are safe, okay? So there's the description of that card. Let me read you the tagline. I take the time I need to rediscover my vitality. Yeah, the situation is a bit draining and it's scary and it's sad and you're not okay, but you do need to take a break. And because this is our clarifying energy, there's certainly that call to action to just, again, be kind to yourself. Be kind. So, there's the Four of Swords. Okay. So, we are going to set that aside for now, and we are going to move into a new deck. This is the Labyrinth Tarot. Now, I have not shuffled this. I have not done any sort of, I don't want to say modifying, but I haven't used this deck before now. So we're gonna see what kind of, yeah, we're gonna see what kind of energy comes out of this. I am very excited, but because this is a new deck, I'm still learning a little bit about how it's structured. So again, I did write a little bit of a cheat sheet that I don't think you can see. But let's see how it goes. So, yeah. Very new cards. They're actually kind of stuck together. Okay. So this may take a minute. Just checking in with you guys. I hope you're okay. Because this video is felt a little heavy, got a little personal and a little deep. But I hope you guys are okay. So, And again, if you're interested in private readings with me, please let me know. You know, questions, comments, and concerns are very much welcome. And I'm happy to help where I can. Okay, so... Alright, let's see. Let's see if it'll riffle easier. Oh yeah, okay. That'll work. Okay, let's see what comes up out of the Labyrinth Tarot. Okay. First two cards, we have the King of Feathers. We have the King of Swords here. The King of Swords is someone very smart. We have someone very, very much in tune with their mental pursuits, their mental state. They are able to be authoritative over what they're feeling. They might, maybe they're not necessarily, they're not like the King of Cups in that they're not in tune, they're not as in tune with their emotions. They know what they're feeling, but perhaps they don't necessarily show it, or if they do show it, it's usually very swift and very easy to anger. But also immediately the King of Wands comes into play there. They're smart. They know what's up. They're observant. They're protective. They are very much about being an authority over what they know, what they see. And by what they see, I mean that they're very observant. Yeah, we have the King of Feathers coming out, so, interesting. Let's see what our other card ends up being. So that's the King of Feathers. We also have the Queen of Feathers. Keep in mind, this is a new deck that has never been shuffled, so I might get cards in succession like that. Here we have, again, we have someone who is nurturing and protective. They are also observant. They are also authoritative over what they see in terms of their observations. Yeah. So we have, not only do we have divine counterparts with these cards here, but I think that's a call to action to do some observing, to do some thinking. Again, you know, please don't ruminate on it, but please know that it might be time to, again, you know, we have the Four of Swords. It might be time to step back and observe for a little bit, okay? So that is the King and Queen of Feathers. All right, let me try and unstick some of these. There's piles of cards that I haven't been able to break up. So, all right, one more card out of the middle. Yeah, we have the Tower. Again, this indicates sudden and catastrophic change. This might be what you're sitting back and observing, because, you know, we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Moon, things are dark, things are scary, things are changing, and we also have a call to embrace this change. So, too big. You might be feeling like, this is a lot, I can't do this, I don't want to do this, blah, 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 I'm not here for it. Just someone send help or send kittens. I'm not, whatever. whatever you need to do. And I'm not laughing that this might be bringing up sad emotions for you. That's certainly certainly not what I'm trying to do. I understand that this is scary, and it may be the fall of what you know and appreciate, but again, take some time to rest, take some time to be with yourself, take some time to observe how you're feeling, what you're feeling, you know, and if you're overwhelmed by all of those emotions, I'm sorry, honey, I know what it feels like. But yeah, things do change as much as we want them to stay the same. Again, that cycle of being up and being down and coming back and going down again, it keeps moving, and it probably will bring this at some point. Okay, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. I say that, and you're perfectly entitled to be like, Meg, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. But I say that in terms of the idea that if you do buy into it, you're not alone. You're not alone. So there is the Tower. Okay, so we do one more shuffle and we'll get the hidden and clarifying energies, and we'll call it quits from here. So okay, so our hidden energy is judgment. We're coming home. We're coming home. We're coming out of a place of darkness into one of light. We're heeding a call. We're moving forward, especially where our money mindset is concerned. Especially because there's something new coming in terms of our finances and what we're going to be able to do for ourselves. I like the idea of coming out of darkness into light, because again we're coming home. We're coming out of this. This change, you know, this Tower energy doesn't last forever. And remember what I was saying about the wheel, you know, we got that with the Dark Angels Tarot. This sad energy, this low energy isn't going to last forever, because we're going to come out of it. You just have to listen for that call. Remember what I said, there's an open door. I have to be strong enough to go through it. I have the Chariot energy in this reading as well. So it's not, I don't think it's that far off to consider that when we go through that door, when we embrace that change, when we forgive, when we're kind to ourselves, that light's going to come in. We're going to come out of our darkness into that place of light. So there is judgment. Okay, that's our hidden energy. And finally, our clarifying energy, we have the Hermit. We'll be able to do our thing. We'll be able to be on our own path, and our lamps are going to be so bright. We're going to experience such amazing things when we speak our truth, when we live our purpose, when we are able to, when we're really able to do what we gotta do for ourselves. Okay. So there is the Hermit. And that is it for this reading, guys. I hope this made sense. Again, feedback, questions, comments, concerns, fact checks, definitely leave those in the comments if you see this video and know that I've gotten something wrong. Please let me please let me know. Be kind, be civil, and I hope this reading has helped. If you want to get in touch with me, all of my links are in the description. And yeah, I hope to hear from you soon, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.